Hey there, English learners. Welcome back to Easy English Class.
Today we want to talk about something really interesting and important.
That's right, Erica. We're going to discuss a popular question. Can you learn English while you sleep?
Oh, Marco, I've seen so many videos about this on YouTube and TikTok. They say, play this audio when you sleep and wake up speaking English.
Exactly. It sounds amazing, right? Just close your eyes, go to bed, and wake up fluent in English. No work, no stress, no study, just sleep.
But let me tell you something, everyone. It doesn't work like that.
That's absolutely right, Erica. Learning a language is different. You need attention. You need to notice words. You need to focus.
And most importantly, you need effort. Marco, can you explain why this is so important?
Of course, when we're tired and busy, we all want easy answers. It's nice to think we can learn English while sleeping. It feels like magic.
And yes, sleep is very important for learning. Sleep helps your brain remember what you studied during the day.
Right. Sleep helps your brain keep information safe, but sleep is not the same as learning itself.
Think about this, everyone. If sleep alone could teach us, then every baby would wake up knowing math, science, and English just by listening while asleep.
But babies don't wake up speaking, do they? They listen, they notice, they try, they repeat. It takes years of effort.
So when someone tells you, play this video while you sleep and learn English, remember, it's too good to be true.
Scientists have studied the brain for many years, Erica. They wanted to answer this important question. Can people really learn new things when they're asleep?
And the answer is clear, Marco. The answer is no. When you're sleeping, your brain is resting. You're not paying attention.
And without attention, real learning cannot happen. Attention is like a light. When it's on, you can see. When it's off, you're in the dark.
In sleep, the light of attention is off. Some small studies show that maybe your brain can notice one sound or remember one simple connection while sleeping.
But this is very small, Erica. This is not learning a language. English is not just one sound or one connection.
English is huge. It has thousands of words, grammar rules, stress and rhythm, culture and meaning.
You cannot take all of that in while dreaming. It's too complex. Real learning happens when you're awake.
Real learning happens when you listen carefully, when you repeat words with your mouth.
When you write sentences with your hand, when you speak and make mistakes, and try again.
Real learning happens when you give your full focus. Now, Marco, let's talk about noticing.
Great idea. What is noticing, everyone? Noticing is when you see or hear something and realize it's new or different.
It's that small moment when your brain says, wait, this is important. I want to remember this.
Think about it. You're listening to us now, and Erica says the word effort. Maybe you've never heard this word before.
You stop and ask yourself, what does effort mean? You check the meaning. Effort means hard work.
Then you repeat the word and try to use it. Learning English takes effort. That moment when you stop and focus is noticing.
And that's when learning begins. Noticing can happen in many ways.
Sometimes you see a new word in a book or hear a new phrase in a movie.
Sometimes your friend says something in English and you think, oh, I haven't heard that before.
You write it down, say it again, try to use it. This is noticing, and it doesn't happen while you're asleep.
You have to be awake and fully aware. Now, we don't want you to think sleep isn't important.
Sleep is very important. When you study English during the day, your brain is working and building connections.
At night, when you sleep, your brain makes these connections stronger. So, yes, sleep helps you keep what you learned.
But sleep cannot give you new knowledge. And here's a warning, everyone.
On the internet, there are many people who want to sell easy answers. They say, buy this audio, play it at night, learn English fast.
They make big promises, but these promises are false. They only want your money.
Real teachers will tell you the truth. You can learn English, definitely, but you need time, effort, and practice.
So, what really works, Erica? Let's give our viewers some practical advice.
Great question. First, listen to English every day. Even 10 minutes can help. Listen with attention. Listen actively.
Second, notice new words. When you hear a new word, stop, check it, repeat it, try to use it.
Third, practice speaking. Don't wait for perfect English. Speak now. Make mistakes and learn from them.
Fourth, review. Go back to old lessons and repeat them. The brain needs review to make memory strong.
But let's talk more about what active listening really means. When we say listen actively, what does that involve?
Active listening means you're not just playing English as background noise, you're really trying to understand what's being said.
Exactly. You focus on the words, the intonation, the rhythm. You might even write down interesting phrases or words you hear.
And about noticing new words, this is really the key to progress. When you hear something unfamiliar, your brain says, stop. This is important.
And that's when real learning happens. You can't just let new words go past your ears and hope you'll somehow remember them.
Absolutely. And speaking practice. Oh, this is so important. Many people are afraid to speak because they think their English isn't perfect.
But here's the secret. Nobody speaks perfectly from the beginning. Even native speakers make mistakes. The important thing is to try.
When you speak and make a mistake, your brain gets valuable information. It thinks, oh, you can't say it that way. I'll remember this for next time.
Now let's talk about review, Marco. Why is this so crucial?
Our brains naturally forget information that we don't use regularly. This is normal. That's why we need to return to material we've studied.
It's like muscles. If you don't exercise regularly, they get weaker. It's the same with language skills.
But there are other important aspects of language learning we should discuss. For example, motivation.
Oh, yes. Motivation is the fuel for learning. Without motivation, it's very hard to continue, especially when things get difficult.
And they will get difficult. Everyone who learns a language goes through periods where it seems like there's no progress.
This is called a learning plateau. You might feel stuck at the same level for weeks or even months.
But here's what's important to understand. Even when you don't feel progress, your brain is still working and building connections.
That's why it's so important not to give up. Keep practicing, even when it seems like nothing is changing.
What about different learning styles? Erica, some people remember better through hearing, others through seeing.
That's a great question. People do process information differently. Some love listening to podcasts, others prefer reading texts.
Some people learn better through movement, for example, walking around the room while studying new words.
The key is finding what works for you specifically. Experiment with different methods.
But regardless of learning style, one thing remains constant. You need active participation from your brain.
Exactly. And this brings us back to our main topic: why it's impossible to learn a language while sleeping.
During sleep, your brain cannot actively process complex information like language.
Although some research shows that sleep can help consolidate what you've already learned during the day.
This process is called memory consolidation. During sleep, the brain sorts the information it received during the day.
So, good sleep after studying can actually help you remember material better.
But this isn't the same as learning new information. Sleep reinforces what was already learned consciously.
Now, let's talk about another important aspect: creating a language environment.
Oh, this is very important. Many people complain they don't have opportunities to practice English because they don't live in an English-speaking country.
But today, thanks to the internet, you can create an English environment at home.
Right! You can watch movies and TV series in English, listen to music, podcasts, read books.
You can change your phone language to English. Join online communities where people communicate in English.
The key is to do this regularly and consciously. Don't just play English as background. Really immerse yourself in the language.
What about mistakes, Marco? Many people are afraid to make them.
And that's a huge mistake. Being afraid of mistakes. Mistakes are a natural and necessary part of learning.
When a child learns to walk, they fall hundreds of times, but they don't stop trying.
It's the same with language. Every mistake is an opportunity to learn something new.
By the way, native speakers make mistakes too. Language is a living system that's constantly changing.
So don't strive for perfection. Strive for communication and understanding.
And here's another important point: patience. Learning a language is a marathon, not a sprint.
People often expect quick results, especially in our age of instant gratification.
But the brain needs time to build new neural connections. This doesn't happen overnight.
Even if you practice every day, it might take many months to see significant progress.
And that's normal. Don't compare yourself to others. Everyone has their own learning pace.
Now let's return to practical tips. How should you organize your study sessions for the best effect?
Great question. First, consistency is more important than duration. It's better to study 15 minutes every day than 2 hours once a week.
Second, mix different types of activities. Some reading, some listening, some speaking, some writing.
Third, set specific, achievable goals. Not, I want to know English, but this week I'll learn 20 new words.
And definitely celebrate your achievements. This helps maintain motivation.
What about using technology, Marco? There are so many apps and tools available now.
Technology can be a great helper. Language learning apps, online dictionaries, grammar checkers, they're all useful tools.
But remember, tools are just helpers. They can't replace real practice and effort.
The most important thing is human connection. Try to find opportunities to speak with real people in English.
This could be language exchange partners, online conversation groups, or even talking to yourself in English.
Don't underestimate talking to yourself. It's a safe way to practice without fear of judgment.
And what about reading, Marco? How important is that for language learning?
Reading is incredibly important. It exposes you to vocabulary and grammar in context.
Start with simple texts and gradually move to more complex ones. Don't worry if you don't understand every word.
The goal is general understanding, not perfect comprehension of every detail.
And writing? Many people neglect writing practice.
Writing is like speaking. It forces you to actively use the language, not just understand it passively.
Start simple. Write about your day, your thoughts, your plans. Even just a few sentences help.
The key is to make language learning a part of your daily life, not something separate you do for 1 hour.
Exactly. The more English becomes part of your routine, the faster you'll progress.
And remember, everyone learns differently and at their own pace. Don't get discouraged if you see others progressing faster.
Focus on your own journey. Compare yourself today to yourself yesterday, not to other people.
And yes, sleep well. Sleep helps you keep what you learned. Sleep is your friend, but it cannot replace effort.
So, everyone, don't believe the lie of learning in your sleep. Believe in yourself and your effort.
Believe in the power of your brain. Learning English is possible. You can do it. You will do it.
But you must give time, attention, and effort. Remember, even 5 minutes of focused practice is better than hours of sleeping with English in the background.
That's so true, Erica. Well, everyone, that's all for today's episode of Easy English Class.
Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please give us a thumbs up and subscribe to Easy English Class.
Don't forget to ring that notification bell so you never miss our new videos.
Practice today. Stay strong, stay focused, keep learning.
And most importantly, keep believing in yourself. We'll see you in the next video.
Bye, everyone. Thanks for watching Easy English Class.